the Massachusetts Cultural Council's UP Initiative, Innovation and Learning Networks, 2015.
Hello, my name is Willa Corlius, and I'm the director of the User Expert Lab here at the Institute for Human-Centered Design. This year, we collaborated with the Massachusetts Cultural Council to develop the UP Initiative.
The MCC's goal of the UP Initiative has been to make Massachusetts a national leader in offering the most inclusive, welcoming cultural experiences for everyone across the spectrum of age and ability. MCC established a structure to pre-approve cultural organizations that were already leaders and to invite applications from cultural organizations that are committed to becoming leaders. 10 organizations were selected. They embrace the power of inclusive design to grow audiences and enhance cultural experience for everyone, and have invested board and staff time to build expertise. Each of the 10 organizations that were accepted into the UP Innovation and Learning Networks began their engagement with an on-site, holistic review of their organizations by user experts who represented a mix of ages, cultures, and abilities. A user expert is a person who has developed expertise by means of their lived experience in dealing with the challenges of the environment due to a physical, sensory, or cognitive functional limitation. At each site, we walked around with a group of user experts, along with representatives from the organization, and examined the experience through the eyes of the users. We paid close attention to the experience of the physical, information, communication, and policy environments. Here is some of what we learned.
Another little tidbit, when you're describing for a visually impaired person, it's helpful for direction to use the clock face. So she also said that there's a movie
over there,
right? Over there is really helpful.
Yeah, it's a ball. But what's interesting about it? And so as soon as this became interesting, like it disappears, it moves really strangely, then it becomes interesting. Until then, it was just a ball, a white thing, you know. But before that, and then once he figures out that it has something to do, then it becomes really engaging. And then we explore the rest of it. Now it's safe to explore the rest of it. Together. Exactly. Isn't that cool? Like, and now he's seeing it. Now he's like totally observing it. Isn't that awesome? He's totally observing this. This is
clear to me which room that goes to.
Yeah, and it's not clear. So I would think this is a doorway, right?
Yeah.
So where's the door? And then we got another one. I'm standing in a doorway right here.
Yeah, there's a door right.
Okay, so this would be more. I would think this would work better on the door and saying, you know, what the room is, so they know where they're going. So the title of the room, they say if this is music room, and then you have two. So does that mean music room 2, or is this the second floor?
You know what's additionally confusing? I'm not sure I've ever heard us refer to any of our rooms by a number.
No,
they all have names. So that's even. Did you want to come in? That's even more confusing.
I understand the huge frustration of somebody who is perfectly able to navigate a website if it were accessible, and it would be a seamless part of their lives. And when it is clunky or badly done or not done at all, it's torture. And it's very valuable for people to understand.
You actually seat ushers, one on this seat and same thing on the other side with a flashlight, so during the show, they can get up and help you.
Yeah, okay.
Of course, the problem is our ushers are all over 60.
Oh, really?
And could have the exact same mobility issues as the people they're trying to help.
Huh.
Oh,
Typically don't do museums because they're not well lit and I can't see the displays. See now like this.
This is explaining the mosaic.
It's still too small for me to read.
It's too small also?
Yeah, I mean I can see this.
Uh-huh.
And what I'd have to do is get my phone out and magnify that so I can take a look.
Yeah.
Have you thought about sort of having quiet spaces so if you have people who do have sensory sort of issues, a place where they can pull away and go if they need to?
It's a great idea. We have not thought about it.
Yeah.
This audio guide just accurately describe the artwork, and you don't think about the audio guide as a work of art by itself.
After each organization had their site visit and identified their priorities, we developed 4 days of immersion workshops organized into 4 categories: physical, information, communication, and program. The goal was to build insight, knowledge, and capacity in the 10 organizations. Much was learned and shared by all participating organizations, and most importantly, as Anita Walker from the Massachusetts Cultural Council likes to say, UP recognized that accessibility is and should be a work in progress. UP is a direction, not a destination. UP is about process, not perfection.
You know, I think what we're really talking about here is establishing a culture that people coming into cultural institutions know that the staff is eager to make this the best visit possible, so that you walk out of here saying, that was so much fun, I want to do it again.
Yeah. Special thanks to the MCC UP Initiative participating organizations: the New Arts Center, Worcester Art Museum, South Shore Conservatory, the Discovery Museums, Old Sturbridge Village, Historic Deerfield, Barrington Stage Company, the Open Door Theater, Massachusetts Audubon, and the Berkshire Museum.